play nerd. I play nerd.
Get those wonderful toys.
The McFarlane store. Welcome to another toy review. This one I am very excited to bring to you because I've been waiting for this piece for a very long time. I ordered this off of Todd McFarlane's website store, so it took me a few months to get in, but it's finally here. It is the DC Multiverse Dark Knight Trilogy Batmobile, the Tumbler itself, which is pretty much a tank that goes at high speeds. It does come in black. The toy itself, it comes with Lucius Fox here, played by Morgan Freeman, and should fit 2 action figures inside of it. So let's take a look at the packaging. Here we got the Dark Knight Trilogy logo. Mr. Morgan Freeman himself, Lucius Fox, right next to the Tumbler Batmobile itself, and some accessories here. I believe this is a case that has some of Batman's weapons. Flip up on the top. Just more of the same. On the side, description. Other side, description. Over on the bottom, a little bit of a diagram, some legalese stuff. Here's a barcode if you need it. This was a Todd McFarlane website exclusive, so you probably will not be seeing it in any big box retailers. Going on to the back. Here you can see Lucius next to an open tumbler and a little picture of Lucius right next to Batman himself. So that's the packaging. Now let's get this big boy open and take a closer look. Here's everything out of the box: the vehicle, the action figure, and its accessories. So let's take a look at these guys. First, let's start off with the accessories. Kicking it off, we got the trading card for Lucius Fox and the tumbler itself. Just a pretty rendered image, so nothing really special on the front. And on the back, here is the information. You can pause the video and read it if you'd like. Of course, it comes with the standard Todd McFarlane DC stand, so you could help prevent your figures from falling over. What's in the box? Let's find out what's in the box. It is Batman's weapons and some of his other gear. Here you can see his grapnel gun. You can see his utility belt. You can see some other shit that I don't know. And it's there organized just for him. And of course, you can cover it up with a lid. What's on the bottom of it? Well, first off, here are the sides. On the bottom, nothing. It's just hollow. It's a toy. Lucius comes with hands. Here is one where he's about to, I don't know, grab a boob, I guess. Another one where he's, ooh, that looks a little dirty. That's a little dirty. I'll just say he's pointing. He's pointing at something. Then the ones that are currently connected to the action figure, pretty standard hand where he can hold something. And one where he's holding looks like a cell phone. It does not, which is not removable, but there's a cell phone, probably from the Dark Knight when they're doing all that radar shit. Take a look at Lucius Fox's face. I can see some pretty decent resemblance to Morgan Freeman. I don't know if it translates over on camera, but definitely looks pretty good. You can see he's got the kind of liver spots on his face. I definitely see Morgan Freeman in this. Both in his mustache and in his hair, you got a lot of graying going on, a lot of salt and pepper action. Here you got his suit. He looks all spiffy. He definitely got the memo. Once again, he's got the cell phone in his hand, but of course that's his interchangeable hand. He's got a belt on. He's got some khakis. He's a well-dressed man. Not a whole lot to do as far as different coloring goes. The texture is actually pretty nice. I don't know if you can see this on camera, but you can see a lot of texturing on the clothing, both on the pants and on his jacket and on his shirt. Articulation-wise, head moves all the way around. Doesn't really move up and down. Moves down, not up so much, just a little bit. Arms, kind of standard. Shoulders, bicep swivel. We have double jointed elbows. Hey, but they are pinned. On the other side, wrist, turn, and there's a ball joint there. So pretty mobile there. He's got a little bit of an ab crunch. You can see the split here over in the stomach area. Not too, doesn't move too far. Twist at the waist. Let's see what the legs do. They go forward and back. They go out to the side. Can you do a full split? Come on, Lucius. Look at that. Morgan Freeman with the flexibility. Double jointed knees with the pins for his feet. They turn, yep. And they go up and down a little bit. There's a ball joint there. And then over at the toes. A pretty standard articulation. Time to look at the Batmobile itself. So let's get a closer look at this bad boy. We're going to set you aside, Mr. Lucius Fox. So here we go. This is a hunky piece of meat. Very armored. Let's see if I can zoom in on some of this. You kind of see some of the texturing here. You see some weather damage. So it's not just all black. You can see that's been through some shit. It's got some miles on it. And this is the side. That's a window, which is probably you could see through if you had enough light. Let's take a look at the back. Now, actually, it's not going to be 100%. Nothing's going to be. This is a toy, so if you want something that's a little more accurate, you probably have to go to something like a Hot Toys brand or some other similar brand. Here we have two wheels on each side. Move. We have the little jet engine on the back there. We have, I don't know what the hell these are called. Let's call them spoilers. I heard on one other person's review that there's actually supposed to be 3 on each side. Here there's only 2, so there'll probably be some complaints about accuracy compared to the movies. Going to the other side, same. We got windows. See the wheels. You can see some weathering on the armor there. Going to the front. Here we got 2 wheels. We got the windows. We got more armor with more weathering. Going to the top. It looks like that. You can see the weathering. This battle damage is all over the car. This is actually a nice touch. On the bottom, not a whole lot going on, but who cares? Just the bottom. Now, how do we get this baby open? Well, first off, there's going to be a button right here on the front that you press, and boom, it opens. Now, what can we see on the inside? Let's take a look. Let's see if I can move this over. And we've got a steering device here. I don't know what you're going to call it. 2-seater, so definitely you can fit 2 people on there, which is great because the 89 Batmobile only fit 1 person. Let's see if we can get. Look, there's a little baby laptop right here. So let's see if we can get that in the picture. Doesn't move or anything like that. It's stuck in that position. Some controls on the wheel here. A little bit difficult to get on camera. Here I have the canopy closed, but what happens if we reopen it? Boom, look, it's Lucius. He's under, he's styling, he's driving, he's texting while driving with his cell phone there. By the way, don't do that. That's very dangerous. But he's Lucius. He can do whatever he wants. So he's there. But you know what? He needs a partner. So let me go get someone to sit in the other seat. The top is closed. So who is cruising around with Lucius Fox? So this is going to be a big reveal. It is Christian Bale Batman, or Bruce Wayne, wearing his Batman suit, just not his cowl. So there they are. They're having fun. They're testing out the Tumbler and being bros. But you know what? It's time to fight some crime. So Lucius, you got to go. You can coordinate things from the sidelines. And let's get the cowl on Bruce Wayne. Here he is. He's all suited up. Can you fit in there? Ooh, this cape, that's not cloth. Ooh, ooh. Get in there, bitch. Now, because the regular Dark Knight Batman action figure comes with a rubber cape, it is a little bit difficult to get him into that driver's seat with the steering wheel there. It actually makes it so that he's popping up too high, and when you put the top down, it starts to bend his ears. So I have to move over to the cloth goods cape version of the Dark Knight Batman figure. So let's pop that top back open so we can see how he looks in there. There he is. See, with the cloth goods cape, he fits a lot better. No risk really of bending the ears, but let's say he needs a little partner. He needs a companion. Here we go. Let's get Catwoman. Time for some tail, right? Let's go cruising. Put the top down. It's makeout time. The top is back down, so that means he has a special guest. Who is it? Let's find out. Guess what? It is the 1989 Michael Keaton Batman. It's a multiverse, bitch. They're cruising. They're bros. They're checking Gotham out for some hoes. The top is closed again. Who's the next special guest? It is George Clooney Batman. Who is the next guest? It is Robert Pattinson Batman. Who's the next special guest? It is Ben Affleck Batman. It is time for some cross-multiverse Bat Bro moments. So let's take off the cowl. Let's get a little more relaxed. Who's in there? It is Christian Bale with Robert Pattinson, the American Psycho, and the sparkly vampire from Twilight, bonding over being orphans. But who comes along? Who's a little bit jealous? It's Mr. Mom himself, Michael Keaton. He's jealous. He says, my parents were killed when I was a kid too, so let me join your club. Scoot on over. It's time to make room for the original in the movies. This actually looks better, so you can see both of them, or actually all three of them. Michael Keaton's riding bitch. Here's the Batmobile with the Batpod. And if you remember from the movies, the Batpod actually came from the Tumbler when the Tumbler was pretty much Kaputski's. So let's take a look at it. As you can see, it's not perfect to scale because the wheels from the Batpod come from the front two wheels of the Tumbler. So they should be the same, but as you can see, the Batpod wheels are much, much smaller and different shaped. Here I have the Tumbler next to the 1989 Batmobile with old man Michael Keaton from the Flash movie in it. So you can see how they compare. The Tumbler is a bit shorter. Let's close them up. So here they are closed. You can see that the Tumbler is a little bit shorter, but also a little bit taller than... Actually, it's a lot shorter than the 89 Batmobile. Pardon the dust. My Batmobile it's been on display for a while, so it's gotten quite a bit dusty. But Tumbler still looks nice and shiny and new. But you can see that the sides, the Batmobile from 1989 is quite a bit longer, but the Tumbler is a little bit taller. Still very fun to have both of these guys. Here's a bird's eye view of the 1989 Batmobile right next to the Dark Knight Trilogy Tumbler. So you can see the difference in length with the 1989 Batmobile being quite a bit longer. So how do these guys roll next to each other? Yeah, let's find out. Here it goes, 1989. Here goes the Tumbler. Boom. Suck it. And that brings us to the end of this review of the McFarlane Multiverse Dark Knight Trilogy Tumbler Batmobile with Lucius Fox. I think it's a fantastic pickup. I think it's going to look great with my collection. It'll probably look great with your collection. So I says to him, you want to know how I got these scars? You all need to chill. Chill.